The best teams in the NFC West and AFC East go head-to-head this weekend with the Seattle Seahawks flying cross-country to take on the Buffalo Bills. What's going on? Jackie Montgomery with your Week 9 game preview. Sitting at 6-1, the Seattle Seahawks are getting set to take on the 6-2 Buffalo Bills, making an exciting matchup this Sunday. The Bills are coming off 2 straight wins, most recently beating the New England Patriots 24-21.
This team that we're playing, they're a new team for us, and we have to, kind of figure them out and see the schemes and make sense of it all. But this is a winning club, and they know how to win football games, and they've got playmakers, and they're really a solid team. So it's a really good matchup for us, and to go on the road as far away as we can go just about, it's a good challenge for us.
The Bills were off to a red-hot start this year, going 4-0 to open the season, but things have cooled off since then. Third-year quarterback Josh Allen ranks 5th in the league, throwing for over 2,100 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions. He's also mobile, ranking 2nd on the team in rushing yards, adding 4 more touchdowns on the ground. Allen's ability to run has helped the Bills' offense have success on third downs. Buffalo leads the league in third down conversions with a rate of nearly 52%.
They're really creative, and they do a nice job with the stuff they do, but I really think it comes back to the quarterback. He just does a great job of making things happen for second shots in the passing game and then for taking off and running. He's a load to tackle and to get down. Hard to sack him. So he's really the show, and I think when you watch him play, you're going to see the QB. He's just going to catch your eye. He's going to make things happen. He's got a knack about going for it in difficult situations, and he likes to go physical and run the football tough. So I think the combination of the throwing game, of course, and the good receivers they have, scheme-wise and all that, when you have a guy that can make first downs with his legs, then it makes it really hard. And he's just really good at it.
He does a really good job. He can get the ball out of his hands. He can make all the throws. And then, like you said, on third downs, it's a reason why they're one of the top offenses on third down, because he makes the right play, whether it's with his feet or throwing the ball. He's making really good decisions. And so something that we just have to be on and understand, what he's trying to get done, because, he definitely ignites that team the way he plays.
The Seahawks' 9th-ranked run defense will be tested against Buffalo's run game, which has come on strong in the last 2 weeks, recording a combined 316 yards and 3 touchdowns during that span, thanks in part to running backs Devin Singletary and Zach Moss.
They're a really good 1-2 punch. Both guys play low to the ground. They both have good shake and bake, make you miss. Difficult to tackle. Zach is a little heavier than Singletary and runs with a little different style in that regard. But both of them are really efficient in traffic and make things happen. They're not anybody we can take lightly now. They're really good football players. Singletary catches the ball quite a bit more, but I really like Zach a lot.
I think they do a really good job with their gap schemes, trying to get the edge. They do a lot of stretch plays. They try to find a softness in your defense, and then just when you think you have them figured out, they throw in a quarterback stretch or a quarterback draw. So it's just something that you have to play honest, and you have to do your job. You have to be disciplined because they're going to, I'm pretty sure they're going to have a different run that we haven't seen on film yet. And so if we play our keys and do everything right, we'll be okay. But we see what they see what we see, so we have to expect for them to kind of switch it up.
One of the big additions to the Bills' offense this season is wide receiver Stefon Diggs. The 6th-year pro ranks 2nd in the league in receiving yards with 695. Diggs' arrival adds just another weapon to an already dangerous receiving corps.
Stefon is really a good player at doing everything. Route running, catching and running, getting deep, making the big catch. He's a fantastic football player and a true number one. Cole Beasley is a really good player in their offense, too. They know how to use him. He's all over the place, and we've always had respect for him, making plays, getting open, tough catches, gritting out the 3rd and 5s and 6s, for him. He's really effective there. And they're real fast with the 2 guys that we saw in the Cardinals for years. So John Brown plays a lot, and he's really fast. Andre, they're good players. So we know the group, and we're familiar with them. We have a lot of respect for them.
The Bills' defense ranked top 3 in the NFL over the past 2 seasons, but this year they've slipped back to 16th in total defense. That said, the Seahawks are not taking them lightly and are preparing for another tough test.
They don't give up on a play. From Tre'Davious White to Levi Wallace, to both of their safeties, to their nickel. Their linebackers even try to punch the ball out. So they fly around everywhere, whether it's perimeter or down the middle of the field. They're ranked number 4 in the league with forced fumbles. So just being conscious of that and knowing going into the game that's what they're going to try to do.
They do a great job playing defense, and just they're really aggressive. They're great defense. They've been really great the past few years, really, and how they've played as a collective group. And so they got a lot of talented players on that defense, from on the defensive line to the linebackers to the secondary. They do so many great things, and it's going to be a great challenge for us for sure.
Looking at the Seahawks, the offense has been on fire, ranking first in the league in points scored. The passing game has been leading the way, averaging nearly 300 passing yards a game, good for 3rd in the NFL. The passing game is led by 2 of the best wide receiver combos in the league with Tyler Lockett and DK Metcalf. The duo has accounted for 14 touchdowns, which is more than any other receiving tandem in the NFL, to go along with a combined 1,255 receiving yards.
They really have to pick their poison, because if they're going to try to take away me, Tyler can pop off for 200 yards, or D-Mo can pop off for 100 yards. It just really comes down to picking your poison and who do you want to get defeated by that game.
We can move them around and put them in different spots. They're almost interchangeable in a lot of ways. But we feel very blessed to have those 2 guys. And, it's not just those 2 guys. That's what's crazy. I'm thrilled with what David Moore's doing. I mean, David Moore is having a terrific year. A couple big plays again last week for us, involved in the running game, a clutch touchdown catch for us down in the red zone. The tight ends are going to produce for us. So it's not only those 2 guys. They're the ones that put up some of the crazy numbers that people want to talk about, but we're very skilled, we're very deep, and I think that's what's hard for defenses.
The Seahawks defense took a step in the right direction last week against the 49ers, and they get some reinforcements this week, with safety Jamal Adams expected to play along with newly acquired defensive end Carlos Dunlap. This is the Seahawks' first trip to Bills Stadium since a 2008 loss, and the weather this week should be on the Seahawks side, with the weather expected to be in the mid-60s. Well, set your alarm. Kickoff is set for 10 a.m. Pacific, and you can watch it live on Q13 Fox.